cold. But
Linda, Carol's running a little behind. We should start in about 5 minutes. I don't know if you saw the chat. Evans is a member of the public. She's with us.
Oh, good. So Chaplain Mark.
Watch your step, please.
Carol said that in plurality, so I mean, two of you.
Mark, Chaplain Mark's on duty. He's on duty.
Did you need an agenda? Did you grab one from up front? Are you okay?
Taken.
Do you need an agenda? Did you grab one up front? Should I get one for you? Oh, bring two, Eric, please.
Am I chair? Must be.
Yes.
Thanks for waiting for me. That's. Have a quorum. Better than program committee. Which is probably a good thing. All right, call the meeting to order. 4:06. Approval of the agenda. I second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting minutes. Can I have approval of the meeting minutes?
So
Approved. Public comments. Any public comments?
No public comments.
There's no old business at this time. New business. DRC quarterly inspection schedule. And that was posted online. So, staff report,
You wanna?
We can pull up, we don't actually have a staff report, but we had a memo from, we started off first of all with the first item, which was the schedule that we have for the quarterly meetings.
Now we can just highlight that this is, it's been a while since we've had this committee meeting, so. We'd worked with the operator of the hospital a few years back to define a quarterly schedule that essentially sets up 8 blocks so that they're being inspected on essentially a 2-year rotation. So the one that we just completed. Yeah, we just completed the Mirador building one. So that's the one that was completed this quarter, and then we have the prior quarter's reports in here as well. So
June 30th is the next one.
so go back.
And the Sturgis building too.
So we have block 5 that we had completed the reinspection, or staff report will be there, and then block 6, which is their Mirador building, and then block 7, the Sturgis building is the one. I'm sorry, Sturgis building is the one we just completed. So those reports are in the packet. We have Dale Barnhart, who is our inspector, that we're going to go through them individually, and Dale, you just highlight. We don't need to probably go into overall detail, but highlight what's going on with each report. If there's any committee comments, so.
Are you ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay, so on quarter 1, block 5, which was acute rehab, P's, pulmonary, ICUs, the 2 main items that came out of there, there was an emergency light that did not work in pediatrics, and then Mike DeDuro's favorite, which is the discussion rings on the fire sprinklers. A couple of those hospital staff took care of those right away, which was then verified in our, those repairs were verified on February 20th of 25. And I'll just keep going down the list if that's okay. Then quarter 2, block 6, which was the El Mirador lease space. The main issues that came out of that were a couple of wall penetrations, and then some storage issues where items were stacked too close, either blocking fire sprinklers, or in a couple of cases blocking doors from closing. And on the reinspection of those items on the 29th, they were all taken care of. And then our most recent inspection, which was just last week, was the Sturgis building, facilities building, and then all of the external parking lots. And there were only some minor issues there. There was, in this building down below, in one of the IT type of rooms, there was a little bit of caulking that used to be done around the fire sprinkler. And once stained ceiling tile that's in the copy room just next door. And talking with Andy Caffrey and hospital staff, I know those will, they're in the works to be corrected. So there were that inspection we did Q3 block 7 last week. There were only 4 items, and I think in my last report to the board, we talked about how the number of findings have decreased significantly over the past year, and that trend, which is a good trend, continues, where the items that we're finding are relatively minor, and there are fewer and fewer of them. So my thoughts to, or my thanks to the hospital staff for keeping all of the buildings in good condition.
Do you inspect this building and who decides to, because I know when it rains, we always have to put towels under
Just
the
come
Well,
on.
that's why I was gonna make a comment, I mean, there's the ceiling tile stain, but I wanna make sure that we're addressing the leak that's
Right.
causing that. So,
Talking with Andy, he's aware of that, because obviously when it does rain, you know, the ceiling tile needs to be replaced. And then if it doesn't rain for 4 months, or when it does rain again in 4 months, it happens again. So he's aware of it. I have not talked to him, since we had our inspection last week as to what his findings are in regard to that copy, but I know, you know, I work with Andy well enough on these inspections that he'll be right after it, so.
And it's under every door too, every office when it rains.
yeah, I know they've done a repair with that, when it rains heavily and there's wind, we still do get some flow that comes under the doors.
From the balconies.
Yeah, the balcony doors, I had mentioned that the other day, so good point, but. And you know, we get the rain so infrequently, but. And I know they put new like threshold.
Is it cooling on the balcony? Is that what's happening and it comes under the door? or-
No, especially if it's more like wind.
Yeah, typically when it's a heavy rain and wind, it blows it under the door. To the threshold level,
With water.
yeah. Well, water. It's not as bad as it used to be, I don't think, but we do get some still.
But housekeeping usually feel the towel.
I think, Chris, the AC was changed last year. That was a positive. Here,
Oh, yeah.
after years
Yeah.
of having to have it.
Yeah, the air handler was. For the cooling tower was replaced, which was really good, except for the vibration of roofing. Kind of in the grand scheme.
Okay. We'll address these things, so
Exactly,
you know,
absolutely.
I can't say that I've known about these, but we'll talk with Andy and we'll get stuff up there.
I guess it's kind of your stuff, if I just like.
Yeah, nothing discrediting anything,
No.
just things that come up as we're thinking about, so. Thank you.
So, we went through the circus building, on new business number 4.
Yeah, so we've done, Dale has reviewed all of the inspection items on the agenda. If there's, comments, public comments or anything, and then staff or, meeting member comments.
Okay, so we heard more staff comments. No staff comment?
Not from us,
Did you have any comment?
pretty straightforward. The public,
And public comment?
No public comment.
I want to ask about the parking structure and the floor. And I mean, it's kind of hard to control that, but there's always like stuff, like vipers. Whole cups filled with people go to their lunch things. I mean, it's the visitors, I'm sure, but. Notice that the other day, it's parking there, going up the steps.
Even McDonald's bags and things like that.
Yeah.
It just,
Well, I can't remember the last time we inspected I'd have to look through my schedule for the parking structure, but in fact, I parked over there today. I didn't see that, but I know that's just a constant battle.
I know, I'm sure.
no, I always see cleaning people going
Yeah,
through
I
there,
know.
so it's probably,
Yeah.
I mean, people that throw it
It's
around.
part of the ongoing service that we have of that building to clean it. And just, you know, it's a matter of convenience. People have stuff in their car and whatever place in the community they go to, they take their trash out and
Yeah.
load up in, so.
Well, and if they.
Sometimes they just throw it on a bin.
Yeah, if they get it in bins, it's one thing, but.
Yeah.
Throw it on the ground.
sure, and, you know, a picture of it, and shoot it off to Mike or Linda, I've done that before, little minor stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I just had
and
to
it
notice
gets
the other day
taken
when I
care of.
was going to my car. and
Yeah.
stuff.
I was in the pre-op room once and one of the chairs had rips in it. And I shot a picture of it to Linda and I said, I can find you another one at a garage sale. And the next thing I know, it was gone. So, you know, little stuff like that it's minor and it doesn't mean
lot, so.
Well, and I want to acknowledge as well as Dale has too, that I mean, since we started the inspections years ago, I mean, there's just, it gets reduced so much, and I think it is a compliment to, you know, the hospital staff and accommodating.
Right.
So thank you.
I'm trying to keep it.
Thank you, and even some of the stuff that you look on here, I would classify it as some of those moment in time things, I mean. Like on this, on the search, you know, it's not even just wear and tear, like storage in the hall. It's not even how, that's not how you're upkeeping a building, it's just a behavior. You know,
Right.
we can't store something in the hall, you gotta put that somewhere else.
Do
What are we
you
gonna do with the bell? It's kind of historical, but I mean,
Need to put a copper clock for it.
Are you referring to Johnny
Yeah,
Carson?
I shared that with them.
That's a classic.
the copper
Bada
clock.
bing, I didn't get it.
do you think that the inspection schedule that we have is adequate? Insurance, do we? So are we defending everything we should?
I mean, from my standpoint, you know, doing the entire campus every 2 years, is adequate. If we were having more findings, that might change my thought on that, but as I stated earlier, the majority of findings are relatively minor. And as Mike also said, some of them are in fact a moment in time, even the discussion rings that are, well, we don't have them in here, but the discussion rings are compression fittings that fit up into the ceiling. So there's no mechanical holding of those in place. So any little minor earthquakes or just building shaking or anything like that, they'll drop out and sometimes they land on the floor. Staff go, what the heck is this? And they throw it away, and then, you know, when either Andy comes through for inspections or we do, you'll see the missing discussion. So again, moment in time, a lot of times, but the frequency of findings and the severity of findings are such that I think the schedule as we have here is probably adequate.
Any more discussion?
Chris, can I just say, one thing that we always look forward to, Mike, was Christine's presentation. She's always let us know how the hospital have improved, you know, quarter to quarter and year to year. So maybe, I know Chris had mentioned to you in an email, you know, we're looking forward to hearing her presentation the next time she's available. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, you know, hopefully with the next quarter, when we have a meeting.
It's a public report, we can go on Medicare.
So, and Christine wasn't able to attend the meeting today,
Right.
so I think the plan is for next go around. So we appreciate that.
Okay. All right, no further discussion, meeting's adjourned.
4:20, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.